So, what are we seeking to do? Yes, our populated areas have seen some investments in the past. In fact, as we speak, about more than 60% of investments in the road sector in the past, not only under the past NPP government, even under the previous NDC government, more than 60% of investments in the road sector have been in these populated areas. But guess what? Like my minister says it all the time. The cocoa farmer in the West is as important as the banker in Accra. The work that cocoa farmer does and the ease you give the cocoa farmer to transport his cocoa to Tema is as important as the ease you give the electricity corporation worker to get to work. Right. They are equally important. The young farmer on the Eastern Corridor and the ease you give that young farmer to transport yams from the Eastern Corridor to the north, to the south, in Makola, is as important as the ease you give the Makola woman who lives in, say, Adenta to access the Makola market. Because you see, if the yams don't come and the Adenta market woman gets to the market early, you have done nothing. So there is that relationship between what you do in the places where he claims there are no human beings and the interventions that you make in the places he considers have human beings. And that is why the big push has carefully looked at how these roads will interact with each other. So, for example, when you go to the upper corridor, and isn't it sad, Moro, that we do not have in this country a first-class road linking any of our regions and districts? All that we have are under construction. After how many years of independence? Now, all we have are under construction, but guess what? In the upper region, and that's what people don't understand. I mean, we all get it. You meet somebody, they realize you are from the north, and it's common. They tell you, oh, which part of the north? Oh, I'm from Tamale, and they say, oh, yeah, I used to, I schooled in the north. I was even in Navrongo Secondary. I have friends there. Do you know them? Because they don't even understand that it can take, it actually takes more than 5 hours to drive on a good road from Tamale to Navrongo. Not a bad road, good road. But look at how Bolga and Wa, if you look at the map, are supposed to be close. The road that connects the upper region to the upper east region to the upper west region has been terrible since independence. A distance that should take about 3 or so hours sometimes can take motorists 6 to 7 hours. We are prioritizing that. And so we are saying that we'll rehabilitate the Warham Road, we'll do the Tumu-Hamley Road, and then we will reconstruct the Navrongo-Tumu Road. We are also looking at the Techiman-Wa Road. And so we are going to do the Wenchi Solar Road. We are going to do the Solar to Bamboy, and then Banda to Nkwanta. We are also looking at doing the Sunyani Outer Ring Road, because you see, these are also, if you like, nerve centers of our economy, Sinyani, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, they are in the center of the country and they are economic zones. And so we want to do these outer ring roads such that the businesses that happen there will not impact movements of goods and services from the north to the south. Because when you do an outer ring road, you open up the city and vehicles have options such that they don't have to pass through the central business district. If they don't have any business in the central business district of Sinyani, they don't have any business in the central district of Kumasi, they can have overpasses.
Right.
They can go around, and time, they say, is money.
Right.
So you ease transportation, and you are not just facilitating the economy, you are also saving time.
Yeah.
And businesses are going to make money. So we are doing the Sinyani outer ring road, the Tamale outer ring road, the Kumasi overpass. Yes, they are maybe in his mind, there are human beings there. So it is all considered. The Accra outer ring road. So these are critical roads. So, I mean, if you pick our country, we have the west, the east, the north, and then you have central. And that is what the big push has done. We have catered for all these zones. So the central corridor, currently we do know that the Ofanko construction is underway.
Right.
There was no dedicated fund for it.
Right.
And so the contractors, when we went around the country, we noticed almost all of them had left site because these contracts were not paid for and certificates had been raised and no payments were advanced to them.
Right.
So we identified some of these critical roads like the central corridor, the Ofanko road, and we have decided that we will capture it under the big push and give it a dedicated fund. That's why Parliament passed the request of the finance minister, approved the request of the finance minister only a couple of days ago, where he's permitted to dedicate revenue from the ABFA and mineral resources to these roads. We are enjoined by the Constitution to continue, the projects of previous governments, and we are not going to derelict on our duty as a new government. No matter how bad things may have been, we still will identify those that can be worked on and improved. And some of these roads that are under construction that we find critical, and especially how are at an advanced stage, have been captured.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the Kasua construction that is currently ongoing, it was supposed to end around the Winneba roundabout.
Okay.
We are extending it all the way to Mankasim. And we are even introducing an interchange at the Winneba roundabout now so that we can increase the utility of the road from Accra all the way to Winneba. And that is what a good government does. And we are committed and determined to begin these projects probably by the end or before the end of next month. And based on the things that we have put in place, you asked that question, we will ensure that supervision is top-notch and that government will also meet its part of the bargain. Payments will be prompt. That's the assurance we have from the finance minister. And supervision, especially from our technical staff, will also be top-notch.
Okay.
Many of these roads have been designed, by our own technical, staff. And we have seen the lapses that other projects in the past have endured. And we are determined not to have those lapses feature in these constructions.
I just want to find out, as part of the big push policy,
for this bigger road infrastructure projects. Is there a component of PPP?
No,
arrangement?
No. With the big push, it is like
mainly
Parliament has power. It is ABFA and mineral resources.
I just wanted to
yes, but you see, there are opportunities for PPP arrangement, like the Central Corridor that the Greenfield, the new road that His Excellency has been talking about, for which we are doing some feasibility on, which will introduce, a dedicated express highway from Accra to Kumasi. It is open to a PPP discussion.
Okay.
And I'm sure that when that is done, we are told the travel time from Accra to Kumasi will reduce by over 30 minutes or so. And it is also going to be done alongside the existing roads.
So the choice is yours.
The choice is yours. you choose the highway, which probably will be tolled because it is open to PPP discussions, or you do the existing, line. So these roads are properly packaged and they will be properly monitored during execution. And I'm very confident that with the collaboration between government and the private sector, who will have the opportunity to do these roads, we will finish these roads within record time and improve our road infrastructure in this country. The Chinese say, if you want to get rich, build roads first. That is what we are doing.
I'll bring you in, but I'll bring you in just briefly. But just a minute, if you can clarify this for us. But I noticed that when it comes to the roads that you're building, you have categorized them into three under the big push. So you have projects with commitment authorizations issued by the Ministry of Finance, and there's a tall list of them. And then you also have the selected abandoned projects with no prior dedicated funding. It's also there. And then you also have projects undergoing feasibility studies. So you talked about the Kumasi Expressway, which is it's a completely new alignment. So as you said, it's going to be work alongside, operated alongside existing road. And then you also have the Kumasi Outer Ring Road. And then you have the also Echi Amamfrom Bridge, which is to connect the Afram Plains area. Why these classifications?
No, so it is just for, if you like, oversight by all people, all Ghanaians. So there are roads that, like I indicated, were under construction before we came into office. We found out that those roads were critical to the plan that we have. But those roads were somewhat abandoned because contractors were suffering from non-payment of certificates that they had raised. So we decided that in order to treat them just as we want to treat the roads that we have identified as critical, we should absorb it under the big push. So for those ones, the contracts are already running. So you don't need commencement or certificates for them because they are already running. You just need authorization from the finance minister to capture it under big push. But those that we are going to start, according to the PFM Act, which unfortunately the previous government never, complied with, you need commencement authorization from the finance minister to commit government to a multi-year, project. And that is what we have sought and gotten from the finance minister. And so those projects are supposed to be new projects. So new contracts will be prepared for those projects. And contractors will be selected to carry out those projects under the big push package. And the bridge is one of them, and all these other routes are part of it. But we just want that classification so that people know and can follow what we are seeking to do.
Fantastic.